Sit een wat geen Geralt.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
What's your business? Bloody Baron know you're here?
Bar your windows tight.
If only we know what we're ever getting.
That'll be sure to keep the demons away.
Ruffians to a man, looters, horse and all.
Protect me from evil, the day and the night.
Used to be wagons showed on market days, loaded with all kinds of fat, smoked bacon, lard, sausage. Now it's acorn flour.
Then both forces attacked, one from either side. Cavalry swooped into the wood. Our boys, the Black Ones would take no prisoners.
What's the rush?
Great Gavin. And cut down every last one like the butchers they were. Poppies cover the meadow now. Or perhaps they're king cups, drunk on blood from the soil.
Deliver us from evil, O flame divine. This... to do what to do. And what of survivors? Eternal fire, guide me. I implore you.
Off your melon and shit down your neck! Don't let up!
Instead of flamming your gob, fight!
You're dead!
Bastard!
Don't let him catch his breath!
Mistake.
There's one! Try me!
Rip his stones off!
Instead of flabbing your gob, fight!
What's that? Your ass is mine! You'll never learn.
Do what to do. And what of survivors? Guide me. I am... You wait! Step back! I'm no warrior. Help! Anyone help!
Get him! Come on!
Not your lucky day.
Blow yourself!
Show me what you got.
There's one! Gonna kill you!
Oh, you're fucked.
Rip soldier!
to do, what to do. And what of survivors? Eternal fire, guide me. I implore you.
Easy now. Not in the habit of murdering priests in need.
No priest! I'm a deacon! Just 2 months out of seminary, on my first mission. It wouldn't be right to kill a deacon on his first mission. Oh my, your eyes. Yellow in those pupils. Aye, I've read about this. You're a witcher.
Well, clearly no feral cat or grass snake, so...
In point of fact, a grass snake's pupils are circular, not slitted. But never mind that. Please help me. If they breach the gate, a pestilence will be upon us.
Desperate times call for a witcher, huh? Thought your church frowned upon our kind. Mutants.
A mistake common in our ranks, alas. I discussed it at length with my mentor. All are capable of doing good in this world. Genetic aberrations or not.
You sure you're a priest of the Eternal Fire? All right. But got a question first, priest. How's a witcher fight a plague?
I misspoke. Not the plague, its source. The Devil's Pit, this mine, has long been used as a place to sequester the hopelessly sick. An isolated haven for the afflicted.
A den to die in. Believe those are the words you're looking for.
I'm not proud to admit it. But how else is the Scarlet Fog to be withstood? An incurable pestilence that spreads with the fury of wildfire?
Callous as your method is, there's sense in it. Undeniably, unfortunately. What's done is done. Now where do I fit in?
Deep within the mine lies a salt cavern haunted. Someone, that is something, lurks there, so ancient records show. A spirit that breeds pestilence and whispers in the dark. Alas, a band of deserters has seized the pit. They butchered the afflicted. I was sent to urge their departure. Should they force open the mine's gate, descend into its depths?
We'll have more than just Catriona to stop. Let me guess. Your warning. Deserters didn't take it to heart?
If only. They slew my retinue. I alone escaped. Please, you must help. I've coin to offer. They must be dealt with. The bandits. And this vile spirit.
Already dealt with those deserters. Shouldn't be a problem. At least for now.
Truly? Why, splendid! Still, we'd be fools to delay. The mine will not remain shut forever.
Could be this calls for a witcher, but I'll need more to go on. This spirit, been in the mine long? Anyone actually seen it?
I've seen but some of the records. Above my station, you see. As I recall, it appeared long past, after the first plague victims were brought here. The church attempted once to exorcise the ghost, but, well, I'd like to see for myself what came of it.
Not exactly generous with details, were they?
No. Our wards recently reported hearing whispers in the night. Pleas for mercy, but ghostly, strange. Altogether frightening. I'm afraid that's all I know.
So be it. I'll help. And you wait for me here, coin in hand.
Of course! Under the circumstances, I can't imagine how it might be better spent. Ah, the key. It unlocks the gate to the mine. Eternal fire guide you, Witcher.
Yeah. Knock yourself out, Eternal Fire. Farewell. just destroy it. Looks like rain.
white as curd. Ah, curd. That would hit the spot.
Let's end this.
Thank you, Witcher. You ought to come by Mulberrydale. See me forge. I'll have something for you. A gesture of gratitude.
trying to grip me.
You're looking weak. You feel sickly.
Been having bad.
So sent my young'uns to pick mushrooms yesterday.
To the woods? Alone?
You know how it is. I've too many mouths to feed.
What kind of mother are you?
More food for the rest now.
Trusty arms for all sorts, steel swords and strong maces for the menfolk, engraved knuckle dusters for the ladies.
Master quality weapons. You capable of making them?
Who do you think I am? A Tory?
A Tory?
The master craftsman of Novigrad. Why, everyone's heard of him. Says he's retired now, so no. Ain't no one can do what you ask.
Show me your wares. like you to craft something for me. We get some cards in too, I'll be a happy man.
Ice encased his armor. His eyes red, like embers in a fire.
Sent my young'uns to pick mushrooms yesterday.
To the woods? Alone?
You know how it is. Had to.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
Can't decide. Should we draw it or not? My gran told me about a lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started poking him, asking. Well, he started twisting his sleeves, and wham bam, they knocked his head off. So it was some
Put the soldier's head back on.
You like that silver?
Stay away from me and my family.
We'll swallow them whole.
Who knows what the morrow will bring?
Point him up. Will you raise a glass with me? It's Durban now.
It's raining, it's pouring, and Vermeer's snoring. He bumped his head when he went to bed and went inside the door.
A return customer. Welcome. What can I do for you this time?
Show me what you got. So long.
Chetty's my best mate.
Chetty's a little fool who'll get us all killed. I see you with him again and you'll regret it.
My gran told me about a Smith's boy. Lad went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby. Started
The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri.
unwell. Head's hot as a half, and she's seeing things.
Overtake her.
dwarves and women bathed but once in the sea.
Pathetic. Never learn. Shut up and fight.
A witcher! By the gods, help me! Best deal around. One for the price. Damn cheap guards! You get your coins worth, even less. Thank you, Witcher. Where would I be without you?
Your guards run off.
Louts didn't get the chance, thank the gods. It's them you cut down, waited until we passed the last settlements, then attacked. And to think I made sure the scoundrels were well armed. We stood no chance against them.
Why'd you come all the way to Velen? Not many to sell to around here.
Well, there's the Baron. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Worth the journey just to sell to him?
We'd never have set course for these gods-forsaken lands if it wasn't. And we've not much competition. That's the upside. Thank you. Please, this was to be theirs at our destination. Now it's yours.
Hello, fella, well met. Hello, fella, well met.
Dum dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Come one, come all.
piece of filth. Son! Don't let up!
What the fuck?
Oh, you witch fucker!
from your stall by the bridge across the Pontar. Got goods for the army mostly. I'll make an exception for you. Look from your stall by the bridge across the Pontar. Got goods for the army mostly. But I'll make an exception for you.
What's going on here? Why isn't anyone putting that out?
We want it to burn. Got it?
Piss off, or we'll fry you along with that fucking elf!
There's a third way out of this situation. Any last words? Fast. What was this about? Why'd they want to burn you alive?
They came to rob me. I refused to betray where I keep my valuables, so they brought in a cart full of firewood, barred me inside, and set fire to the thing.
Probably counting on you being swayed. Though I doubt they would have let you live even if you talked.
I've yet to thank you for your aid, Vatgern. My coin lies concealed in a hollowed-out stump behind the house. Take what you wish. It's dangerous to possess too much in these times.
Thank you. Farewell. Come on. Harpies got their nest here.
That's
Yeah,
the
these
terrific price.
King sets them, not me. But you decide who passes, not bad of it.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock. Farewell.
Yeah, bring the corporal a cup. What corporal? One up for promotion, clearly. Why,
You go gather roots with me.
You've already asked go with it.
Interest you in a pass? Cheapest around, right here.
What kind of pass are we talking about?
You don't know. Redanians hold all the fords across the Pontar. Can't get through without a pass. But you're in luck. So happens I've got a few to sell.
What? Could dress up like Radovid and buy a gilded carriage for that much.
What am I to do if you can't afford it?
No deal.
Whoa, hold up. Might have a little work for you. Reduce the price for a job well done, eh?
What kind of work?
Nearby. Just to the southeast. My sister's husband's got a business. He and some lads tidy up battlefields. Problem is, there's always swarms of shite bothering them. You know, them monsters drawn to corpses. Give them some protection and I'll swing you one beautiful discount.
All right, see what I can do.
What? Oi! Hey there! Come here!
What is it?
Got work for you, because you look to me eyes like a witcher. Am I right?
What do you need?
Need from the men to finish their work unharmed. But we got corpse eaters coming out all the while. Rid us of them, and we'll give you a share.
Deal. Time to end this. Giving me no choice.
Thank you, sir. Saved our rides, you did. Here, take it. Your pay and a share of the horsing who forced us to dig up the dead. Godspeed now. There's no corpse here. Move along.
Yeah, looks to me an officer. Mayhap he'll have more on him. What?
How long you gonna make me wait?
Go for the horse son's eyes!
Transit passes at terrific prices. Oh, you again. Looking for a pass? I've got a special price for you.
I actually ran into your brother-in-law. Tended to the monsters too, but he was killed.
What? You pulling me leg? Forget my offer. It's off the table, you git. On your way. Go on now. You're scared. Passes in the Novigrad. Won't find them cheaper anywhere else. You can learn a great deal.
What are you looking at? Bothering us poor folk.
Devil's spawn.
Show me what you got.
Run to the woods. Wait there till I come get you. Understood?
Yes, Dad.
Go.
I'll not
Quick,
give her
now.
up. Not on me life.
They hear her squealing. They'll kill us and take her off the same.
So I'll sort her on the side.
What's that you want? Oi, white knob.
Come on, come closer.
I'm busy, man.
We're simple folk. We seek no quarrel.
Pour me another, love.
You've had enough.
No wench will ration my vodka. Pour, damn it. For ye taste the back of me hand. What do ye want?
Who rules this land now?
Baron does.
By whose decree? Temerian or Nilfgaardian?
By his own. War's on. You got the men, you take the land.
Why are you so curious, eh?
You, Hendrik?
No.
Don't natter with that un. It'll bring trouble.
So long.
High time we went home.
We'll go once I've drunk.
Got some questions.
Uh-huh.
So long.
High time we went home.
We'll go once I've drunk.
Got some questions.
Uh-huh.
High time.
We'll...
Looking for a man. Goes by Hendrik.
What do you want with him?
Want to talk to him.
What about?
Give me a bottle of something strong.
You gotta go. I'll open the back way for you.
Got company. Who is it?
Innkeep, vodka. Who's this?
Brave warrior, looks like. Got 2 swords, see?
Oi, great boy. What's the point of having 2 swords?
Wonder if he keeps an extra prick in his trousers too.
You fucking deaf? Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
How about I buy everybody around?
Why would you?
Got the coin for it. Simple as that.
I don't drink with strangers.
We share a round, won't be strangers anymore. Then we go our separate ways.
And which way might yours be?
On my way to Novigrad.
City of whores and whoremongers.
To your health. And mine.
Bottoms up!
If you want a rest, come with me. Or the bench you can use.
I step in the hut, and there's the bumpkin with what looks like his son. That's on the pretty side, I think to myself.
Hey, so he'd probably disguised his daughter.
Horsons always manage to hide their lasses.
Thought he'd outsmarted me, the arsewipe.
Mean he hadn't?
I ploughed the snot out of that little shit. That's whatever the fuck he was.
Must have surprised the old coot. Bet he wet himself.
Thanks for not starting a row with those swine.
I don't generally poke my nose in other people's business.
Looking to stay the night?
No. I'm looking for Hendrik.
Man lives in Heatherton.
Don't know where that is.
Other side of the hill. Looked that away this morning, saw a strange glow. Imperials on the raid, perhaps. But who knows?
Anything else you can tell me about Hendrik?
Odd fellow. Arrived from who knows where and for no apparent reason. Shacked up with a widow whose husband was stabbed for a scrap of bread.
Baron's men don't like strangers.
Aye, he stays out of their way. Always seems to know when they're coming. Always manages to disappear.
Thanks, Innkeep.
Greetings.
Bloody Baron. How'd he get that moniker? There a story to it?
A time ago, when he was still in the army, some Blackens had holed up in a dye works. Baron and his men were ordered to take it. Others might have bided their time, starved him out, but the Baron's an hasty one, attacked straight away. The Blackens surrendered. Baron and his men took most of them alive, but one of his blokes knocked over a vat of red dye. It all ran into the river. Folk took to saying that the river flowed red with blood, that the Baron had slaughtered his prisoners to a man. Been known as the Bloody Baron ever since.
Kind of ironic.
Well, a week before, he'd massacred a whole squadron in Ingholm, but far fewer heard that story.
Baron's not from around here, right?
He's Temerian, but from other parts. Folk say he deserted along with his company. Showed up here one day with his stragglers. They'd all had enough of the wandering. So they took the old lord's castle, and the Baron became master of Crow's Perch. Reckon once the Blackens feel sure they hold the land, they'll let him keep Crow's Perch. Give him a true title.
Wouldn't mind a drink? Show me what you got. Thanks. Farewell.
One of these days, you'll not hide her in time. Hear me? And you'll watch every lad in the unit shag her senses.
That everything? That all you got?
It's all. I swear on the poor nipper's grave, sir.
Here, eat up.
Thank you kindly.
Won't be no use to anyone if you starve to death.
are strange, like dropping into a deep cellar on a hot day. And the mist.
Gone! Leave me be, whoever you is! Get away!
Calm down. It's over.
Aye, it's over. All's past, never to be restored. I'll not forget that ever.
Looking for a man named Hendrik, supposed to live in this village.
Aye, he did. No longer. They nabbed him in that hut. If you'd have heard the cries, sir, if you'd have heard how a man can scream, how he can suffer.
Tell me what happened here, step by step.
They took him all. The sun was waning, see, and the dusk went crimson like blood. Thought to myself, strange, the toads, I cannot hear them. Save terror through and through. Hendrik screamed. Then he begged. By the end, he could do naught but moan. Weren't here long, the terrors. Yet the village froze like in the heart of winter.
You in that hut when they rode off?
No, and I'll not set foot there. Never.
Farewell, and peace of mind to you. Village wasn't plundered. Hut wasn't looted. These weren't raiders or thieves. Looks like folk were here moments ago. Whatever happened to the villagers happened awful quick.
I didn't do nothing. Don't hit me, sir. I didn't do nothing.
Traces of ice around the footprints. Really? Great. There's a draft. Gotta be a space under this rubble. Guess I should do some cleaning. Tortured him. Maybe they missed something. Need to check his pockets. Trousers are stiff, as if hung out to dry midwinter. Maybe hid something in his jerkin. Damn, he's cold as ice. Nothing here. Should check his boots. Blood, congealed. Key hidden in his boot. Gotta fit a keyhole. Somewhere nearby, hopefully. Valuables left unlocked, on display, almost. Lost his mind, or... Interesting. Ledger. Payment for a sack of grain. Amount due for a charcoal shipment. Hendrik was masquerading as a merchant. What's this? Notes among the ledger entries. Clever. Interesting headings. Missing and wanted. Subject appeared in Skellige. Also sighted in Novigrad. Appearance unchanged. Ashen hair, scar on her face. Avoids contact with others. Drunken swine. So-called Baron hosted subject at his castle. Or should I say, illegally appropriated fort. Reason unknown. Talked to Baron at Crow's Perch. Clashed with a witch. Subject landed in swamp. Encountered a witch. Conflict ensued. Cause unknown. Find the witch. Talk to the peasantry. Village of Midcopse. Caution advised. I'm being observed. Don't know by whom or why. Unsettling signs. Dog ran off. Water in bucket froze solid. Strange glow observed in the sky. Ill omen, peasants say. Somehow they learned Hendrik was looking for Ciri. Thus the torture. I'm too late. My only leads, the Baron and some witch. Damn.
to work! As a bunch, lads!
To your mug.
And whosoever finds the Baron's daughter will not go unrewarded.
What the Baron like a new daughter? Got a few I can spare.
I've got a son to spare. Son's better, stronger.
No, I'm staying here. Maybe I'll spot Hannah. That it. All the same to me. Well, buy-in or just perusing?
Show me what you've got on offer. Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Yeah?
Craft special order weapons too?
Do politicians murder high-class prostitutes? Course.
Got this diagram. Think you can forge the weapon? Take a look. Maybe pick something. Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
Mum said if I'm good, she'll send me on the trail of treats.
Yeah?
So long.
Grams, give us a tale.
When I went to take
Which
some,
one?
they sent me
About
to the
the
woods
fairy
of Kindling,
or the
where
unicorn?
beasts devour.
About the lord that got eaten by mice.
Again? Oh, let me think on it. Don't hit me, sir. I didn't do nothing.
Gods preserve ye. Gods preserve ye.
Looking for a hunter named Neelan.
Found him. What do you want?
Hear about your notice. I'm a witcher. When did you last see your wife?
5 days past, 'fore dawn. On my way out to hunt, she were asleep. We come back, found no sign of her.
Notice anything strange? Maybe her behavior?
No, she were her happy, smiling self. Nothing different of late. She's not run off, if that's what you're asking.
Maybe she went to the neighboring village, forgot to tell you.
No, my sister were never gone this long before.
Tried looking for her?
Asked round the village, none saw her go. She must have left when they were still sleeping. Told her time and again not to wander off on her own. She never listened.
I must have some menfolk to scour the woods. Nothing.
I'll look in the woods. You might have missed something. Ask around, too. She have any friends?
Hannah keeps to herself mostly. Watches the blacksmith's young'uns at times. And in the village, Glenna, the butcher's wife, she likes her best.
Thanks. I'll try to find her, but no promises.
Let us mourn in peace. Let us mourn in peace.
Leave me be. Please.
You're no monster.
Leave me be.
Stuff off your own.
Greetings, you Glenna?
Aye, but gristle and marrow's all I'm willing to sell, and you'll have to wait till I'm done carving it.
You the butcher's wife?
Butcher? Please. Might have called him a butcher when we lived in the shade of Novigrad's walls. Now he deals in carrion, fallen animals, their bones still fit for soup. So, buying something?
Wanted to talk to you about Hannah. Hear you were friendly.
She come by at times? We talk?
She seems strange lately. Any idea where she might have gone?
Strange. No, a cheerful soul always. If I'm to judge, it's the wolves got her. Been howling the nights through lately. Even the Baron's men are feared to come by. Hannah must have gone to the wood to gather mushrooms, maybe. strayed too deep and the howler's got her.
Thanks. Farewell.
It won't be as cocky once the Baron's men whip your arse.
Then the Lord came out to them.
Ask a bear to dance.
Green bark and green moss. Sup on them, you live. Your sobbing, whining, it's killed me appetite. Now big God.
When I grow up,
The Lord
I wanna
went
be
back
a
to his
lamb.
feast, drank, and gorged himself to sleep. But he were a bad man, and an ill fate befell him, because the gods are just.
Equally with Aunt Hannah visit today.
Wow. My dad used to make swords like yours. Can I touch it?
It's sharp. Better not. Need to talk to your father.
I forged swords once. Now it's scythes and hoes. For good arms, you'll need to go to Novigrad.
Wanted to ask you about Hannah. Heard she looked after your children.
Aunt Hannah? Do you know where she is?
No, that's why I'm here. She maybe tell you where she was going, or anything else?
She said turnips are healthy and we ought to eat them. I saw her go to the forest with another lady. It was dawn almost. I'd gone out so I wouldn't wet the pallet.
The forest? She's done for.
Why?
A huge pack roams the area. None from the village dares go in the forest. Neelan's only one not afeared, but then he's a hunter.
Did you get a good look at the other woman? Know who it was?
No. She walked in front of Aunt Hannah. I couldn't see.
Thanks. Farewell.
Thistle. Thistle. Shinanacking. Ain't allowed to play near cool perch. He's hungry.
Heard no monster will come near you if you stuff all
Gonna
your
kill the
own
monsters?
garlic.
All of them.
Where you get garlic?
Witcher?
What are you doing here? Shouldn't be in the forest alone.
I came to tell you. You needn't look for Hannah. She'd have returned long past were she alive. I'll pay you twice Nealon's pledge. Just tell the man his Hannah's dead.
Don't want to know what happened to her?
I've no illusions, Witcher. In Velen, you're gone as long as she's been. You don't come back. Hannah's dead for certain. Nealon ought to accept his loss. Move on with his life.
Strange. People usually prefer to know the fate of their loved ones, whatever the cost.
What good will it do? I'll not get my sister back. And Nealon's all I got left. I can't lose him too. And, well, he'll not rest till he avenges his Hannah, even if it eats up his life. The man deserves better.
Sorry, not in the habit of leaving jobs undone.
Folks speak true about you Witchers. You're heartless beasts.
No man did this. Cuts, made with long claws. Flesh torn clear off. This is getting interesting. Claw marks, deep. No man. This is getting interesting. Smell of a rotting corpse. Blood spattered all around. Must be Hannah. Torn to pieces, literally. Werewolf. No doubt about it. Gotta be careful. Blood and paw marks. Wonder where they lead. Shit. Climbed the tree. I can't get up there. Maybe find something else on the ground. tuft of fur. Whatever lost it hasn't bathed in a while. Man's clothes. Shredded, but no sign of blood. Who rips their own clothes off, leaves them in the woods? Looks like a hunter's quarters. Blood's just barely dried. He was dragged here. Wonder where from. Notes. Wonder whose. think we need to talk.
It's Neelan!
Lycanthropy can afflict anyone, but it is a curse, so sorry, but I have to.
You don't understand! I love him! He was near to being mine till you came along! Go away! Leave us be!
Not till I find out what's going on here.
I love him! Always have! Even after I'd learned his secret.
You knew? Did you know I shut myself in here to wait out me change?
I knew, and I didn't mind. But you chose Hannah. I wanted her to see you. I wanted her to fear you. She'd not have stayed. And we could be together.
You brought her here. That night. 'Twas the reason I had the taste of blood in me mouth come morn.
I did it for us! She was to see you turn, not more. I didn't want her death. You've got to believe me!
I don't. And I'll kill you willingly. First time for that, in fact.
You won't kill anyone, ever again.
No! Don't hurt him!
Get out of here before I change my mind. Run. Sorry it had to end this way.
Don't let him catch his breath! He's ours! The cut's ours! We'll flail your skin off!
First the army's passed, then the pox, now the hunger. Grim Reaper must be having a lark.
to help one or the other.